My name is William Mason. I came to Delta Health Oncology because I had stage 4 colon cancer that had spread to my liver. I ended up getting treatment at the infusion center here and oncology here at Delta Health. My doctor was Dorinda Rausch. I was referred to her through the process, and what I have to say about her is that she has a smile that lights up a room. She has a very light and bubbly personality. She is the 7-Up of oncologists. But at the same time, she's very professional and thorough, and I would recommend her to anybody in my shoes. Well, this journey started, I want to say May 2020. I got really sick. I thought that maybe I had a flu or COVID. And after, I tried to tough it out, but after about a week, my wife and my sister pretty much forced me to go to the hospital. So I got there and they ran a bunch of tests, and they found that through my lifestyle, that, nightlife and bad eating habits, bad diet, I had irritated my stomach and my pancreas. And they seen a small spot on my liver at that time. The doctors explained it to me that it was a spot on my liver where, all my vessels and stuff came together and kind of created a small circle, for lack of better terms. But they asked me to come back in 3 months and let them check it again. Well, I went back in 3 months, and it went, from the size of a 50-cent piece to the size of almost a softball. So they biopsied it and determined that I had stage 4 cancer that had already spread in 3 months from my colon to my liver. So at that point, it's really tough news to take. The first thing you think is, I'm not going to make it through this. I'm done. This is stage 4 cancer. There is no stage 5. So the first few days or week, was very sad. My wife and I, it's almost like you start the mourning process. And after that, of course, I worried about my family, my wife and my son. And to be honest, I got really mad, and I got really drunk, and that didn't help a thing. So I prayed to God. I asked Him for mercy. And He granted it. Are there better Christians than me that could use a miracle? Absolutely. But He loves every one of us the same. Within 24 hours, I knew that He was with me, and I knew that I was going to be okay. I'm just an average, normal person just like you are. I'm not a superhero. I'm not a strong man. I'm just a normal guy that trusted in God, my family, and the professionals here at Delta Health. And I believe all 3 of those things are what got me through this whole process. The staff here at the Delta Health Infusion Center were very warm, caring, and compassionate. I didn't get that sick during the process. I know it sounds strange to hear somebody say that they got through stage 4 cancer and didn't get that sick, but that's the case. But there were many other people at the infusion center who did get very sick and did suffer a lot. And I was able to see and hear these nurses and these staff deal with these sick people. And an infusion nurse, a chemo nurse, is a special breed. It's not something that anybody can do. They deal with people all day, every day, who are facing death. So they're a special breed. And the ones here at Delta Health, they treated me like family. I consider them to be lifelong friends of mine. I just seen one of them the other day at the Tractor Supply, and of course I ran up and gave her a hug and introduced her to my son, and she introduced me to her daughter. So, then that's something that you get here in a small town, Delta, Colorado. In the big city, I probably never would have seen that nurse again unless I was in the infusion center. So that's one of the things you get from sticking around and taking your treatment here in a small town is, these people are your neighbors. These people are your relatives. Actually, I do have a relative that works in the infusion center. So, you have that small town connection, that you just can't get anywhere else. I would recommend the infusion center at Delta Health to anybody in my shoes. I want you to know that you can count on your friends and your family. You can count on God, and you can count on the professionals here at Delta Health to help you through this. It's not an easy process, but you can win this. You can get through this.